In a small town where everyone looked out only for themselves, Ryan was the odd one out, always smiling, always helping, and always kind. While others chased money, fame, and convenience, Ryan did little things, helping an old man cross the street, feeding stray dogs, or offering his last dollar to someone in need. People mocked him for it. Kindness doesn't pay the bills, they'd say. You're wasting your life, some laughed. Even his co-workers at the supermarket where he worked part-time rolled their eyes every time he went out of his way to help a struggling customer. But Ryan never cared. He wasn't doing it for recognition. Kindness, to him, was like breathing, natural, necessary, and without expectation. One rainy evening, that belief was put to the test. Ryan was walking home from work, drenched and tired, when he saw a young boy crying under a broken bus. Stop. The boy had lost his way and his phone was dead. Most people walked past him, pretending not to see. Ryan stopped. He gave the boy his jacket, bought him some food, and waited 2 hours in the cold until they could contact the boy's mother. When she arrived, crying and grateful, she offered Ryan money. Refused. Just pay it forward someday. He smiled. That night, Ryan went home to a leaking roof and an empty fridge, but he slept with a full heart. The town, meanwhile, continued. As it always had, fast-paced, cold, and self-centered. Then came the storm. It started with heavy rain, then winds, then floods. Within 2 days, homes were submerged, roads were blocked, and panic set in. Power outages hit the entire region. People who had once ignored one another were now knocking on each other's doors for help. Ryan didn't wait. He gathered supplies, borrowed a boat from a local shop, and began rescuing people trapped in their homes. He worked day and night, navigating through water and wreckage, pulling out elderly couples, children, and even pets. He set up a shelter in the old community hall. The same hall most people hadn't stepped foot in for years, and still he didn't stop. With every rescue, every hot meal, and every word of encouragement, Ryan gave more of himself. At one point, a woman asked him, "Why are you doing all this? Nobody here ever helped you." Ryan simply replied, "That's exactly why I have to." Spread-fast news channels picked up the story of the kind man in the boat. Local officials who once ignored him now praised him on live TV. People who used to mock him now followed his lead, volunteering at shelters, cooking for neighbors, and helping with cleanups. The town changed, not all at once, but it began. With one man's kindness, during its darkest hour, months after the storm, things were different. Ryan didn't become rich. He didn't become a celebrity. But what he did become was far more powerful, a symbol. Children in school learned about kindness through Ryan's rule: do good even when no one is watching. A mural of him helping an elderly man was painted near the supermarket. That same supermarket offered him a managerial job. He declined. He wanted to keep helping on his own terms. One day, while cleaning a park that had become a dumping site after the storm, a stranger approached him, a man in a suit. "I've been looking for you," the man said. It turned out he was the CEO of a national humanitarian organization. He had heard about Ryan's story and wanted him to head a new kindness initiative, not as a volunteer, but as a paid ambassador to inspire communities across the country. Ryan hesitated. "I'm just a guy who helps." The CEO smiled. "Exactly. That's what makes you perfect," Ryan accepted. He traveled to schools, neighborhoods, disaster zones, sharing his stories, not just the big ones, but the little moments that mattered. Giving up your seat, checking on a lonely neighbor, smiling at a stranger. His message was simple: kindness is free, and it's contagious. And back in his hometown, the same co-workers who once laughed at him now led monthly food drives. The same neighbors who once ignored him now threw block parties to strengthen community. Bonds Ryan never asked for credit, but he got something more valuable than fame or money. He changed lives forever.